Let's make a chart. Select A2 to E6. Go to Insert, Bar Chart. Okay. First thing you need to do is change the title. And I'm going to call it ABC Sales. Okay, you saw this window over here open up. Just by double clicking. So watch again. Double click on ABC. Off to the side. There we go. Fill. So we can put a border in or color. My whole chart was selected, so that's why it turned that color. If I go ahead and select just the sales and then turn in, click the solid. Let's see, I can change this color. There we go. All right, so your goal is to make it artsy fartsy, fancy dancy. So I'm going to double click on the yellow. This once again opens up. I'm going to go ahead and select a color. So I'm going to put a solid fill. And I've selected the same color as my background, so I can change it to a different color. Let's try pink. All right, so you can go through here. You can even come in here and change the pattern so that it's striped. And notice that it's changing down here as well. All right. Now, one of the problems with this chart is that it is taking the total into account, and so the total, of course, is going to be huge and really shouldn't be involved in this chart. So you go up to the top here, select Chart Tools, let's see here, and come over here to, so if I'm off of it, let's say if I'm over here in Home, and then I come over here to Chart Tools, you can see the Format, Design, so I can switch the rows around and I can select the data. So I'm selecting data and I'm not going to select the total because that skews the data. And to skew something means it gives a false interpretation. So I'm going to take off the total, and now I have a better idea of what the sales look like. I don't need the total. If I needed the total, maybe I'd use a pie chart or something. All right, so I'm going to right-click on these orange ones, and I'm going to go down to Add Data Labels. I'm going to select callouts. These are kind of fun. So I can move this up here. Let's try that again. Click on it, move it up to the top. I'm going to select the click and hold and drag the yellow dot. Move this up here. Move this yellow dot just by clicking. And select March. Move that. Makes it interesting. I can hold the Control key down. Let's see. And, well, actually, I just clicked off of it, clicked back on it. I have all three of them selected. I can double click, and now my options come up. Spilled paint can right here. So I'm going to choose a solid fill. And I'm going to go here to the similar orange color. There we go. Oops, I didn't get it. So I'll go over here, change the orange color. And one more time. Sure, you can be able to do that all at once, but I'll figure it out later. Okay, so you can select the bar and you can put a different color to it. And change the stripies if you want. You can also change the color of those. I'm not going to change it much, but you can see. So kind of run through here, and I want you to play a little bit, come up with a different design. Notice down here chocolate is now stripe, and you can move these side to side. Okay, and it's just kind of fun to play with. See what you come up with. Custard is orange. Let's click jam. When I think of jam, I think red. Okay, like that. And you can come in here and you can put a pattern. Okay, so you're trying to make something that looks nice. I usually don't when I'm teaching these kinds of lessons. They kind of come out funky looking. But anyway, I can click on the back of this section right here and go to the solid. Ooh, that's awful. So I'm going to just make it plain white. All right, now I have a purpose for this. And we need a, let's see here, we need a pattern on the outside, or I need to change this color so we can see the edge of it. Oh, still can't see the edge. All right, let's see here. So I can come up here. I'm looking for a close fill and put border. A solid line border. Because now against the white, I can see these numbers, or I can estimate where the number is. All right. Now what's fun is you can go back here to this green one, and you can actually get a picture. So I'm going to go back, close my border, and bring up fill. And I'm going to choose a picture or texture. Okay, I can go online. It brings up this window, and I can search Dunkin'. Let's see what comes up. Da, 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 da. So, donuts. Select these guys and insert. Da, 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 da. Donuts. Once again, that's online. This time I'm going to put, see what comes up. Okay, probably, oh goodness, all sorts of kinds. Oh, I like those. Sprinkles. Insert picture. It might look better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, but now see how January, February, March, you can't see them. So select it. You can see it's selected here. Go over to the fill. Do a solid fill. There we go. January, February, March. Okay, so we also have to do it to these guys as well so that we can see the data, the information. Okay, so this is how you can make your chart a little bit more interesting. Let's suppose if we want jam, custard, and chocolate to be up near these bars. If you want to do that, you just come over here to switch row, and once again switch row. See that? It flip-flops the data for us. We can close this. So jam, these are all this is what happened in January for jam. This is what happened to custard. You can see it moved all my call outs. So you kind of have to be careful with what you choose. I'm just going to delete these callouts. And so that's blue is January. January. Okay, so let's kind of switch data. You want it back. All right, so what I want you guys to do is to have fun with this and see what you come up with.